What a wonderful job you did this. I love this film, and I wanted to know what your earliest recollections of seeing Psycho or any Hitchcock film.
Well, you know, funny enough, I don't really remember seeing Psycho. I think I saw it much later on, long after it had come out, and as a way of sort of catching up, really. But I remember my dad coming home, having seen Psycho. I was at school and, you know, living at home. And he said, oh, I've just... And my parents weren't big moviegoers. They, you know, really rarely, maybe once every 3 years, literally, that rarely. But I remember my dad coming home and saying, I just went to see this movie that everybody is going to see. It must have just come out. And he said it was brilliant. It was the most frightening film I've ever seen. And I remember him describing a scene, not, funnily enough, the shower scene. I thought maybe he thought that was too much for me to hear. But he described the scene when they're going down the stairs and the light is swinging. And he described it so perfectly that I feel that I'd seen it, you know. It was so... When I got to see the movie, it was as if, oh, I've seen this movie before.
That's
you know?
amazing. Yeah. That's a great story. They say, you know, behind every great man, there's a great woman, and oh my gosh, you know, Alma.
Yes.
Without him, seriously.
Yes, probably not so much behind as shoulder to shoulder, I think, actually. But yes, absolutely. She was just the perfect partner for him, and he had the good sense to realize it when he spotted her across a dusty studio in England all those years ago. He understood. He realized that this would be the right partner for him, as much as wife and all the rest of it.
And working opposite someone like Anthony Hopkins, I mean, I can't even believe the two of you had never worked together, but what was it like when you saw him in costume for the very first time?
Well, you know, it doesn't really happen like that, because you know, that process is a slow build-up, because you do wig fittings, you do costume fittings, and you're in and out of, so you watch the build-up. And it was very, very interesting to watch the process of getting to exactly the right amount of makeup, you know, where it was too much, where it was not enough, and watching that sort of whole process and kind of being a part of that.
Did he like to play little pranks? I understand he ran around and kind of scared people on set.
Tony did.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did jump out at people, you know. But he was also... I wonder what that experience was like for him, because I only saw him as Hitchcock, and it was always a shock to me when he took it off at the end of the day. It was like, who's this strange man? You know, the Tony Hopkins that's inside of the makeup and everything, and the voice and everything. He transformed so completely. It was always a surprise to me to see Tony. But you know, when my great nephew came to visit, you know, Tony very sweetly had some photos taken with him, and he pretended sort of to be Hitchcock at that moment, you know. It was just very sweet.
Well, you're both very sweet. You did a wonderful job, as always, in this, and I can't wait to see you be badass Helen Mirren again in Red 2.
I know. Yeah. I'm very badass.
We like badass Helen Mirren.
Yes.
Thanks so much.
Yes, okay.
Great to talk
Lovely.
to you.